So today we're going to be taking a look at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Doctor Strange Walmart exclusive figure. It's just a single release comic based Doctor Strange. Very long overdue to get its classic looks. I'm actually very excited to take a look at this. Shout out to Bug Nice 10. He's actually the reviewer slash influencer that got the opportunity to reveal this figure to the masses. So very cool. That was like 5 months ago, and here it is now. So as stated, this is a Walmart exclusive. So pretty much try to get it on the website. If not, then good luck trying to find it in stores. They're not as bad as Walgreens, but they definitely don't stock as well as Target does. But anyways, here is the figure. He comes packed full with quite a bit of, a good amount of accessories, which I'm very happy about. This figure does retail for like $27, so that's a little absurd. So at least we do get some decent amount of accessories with him. Here is the side art package, and then here is the backside with the read-up that reads, Stephen Strange was a brilliant surgeon before an accident ruined his hands. Now he defends our reality from supernatural threats as Earth's Sorcerer Supreme. So first impressions, this figure looks just as good as those 20th anniversary Legends. It's like on par, like this could have been released alongside those inside a 20th anniversary retro packaging. And I think it's mainly because of the head sculpt. I think it's sculpted by the same person that sculpted the Captain America and Iron Man. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is. So that's probably why it seems like it should go with those, because it's the head sculpt. The head sculpt makes the figure most of the times, and it definitely does here with this Doctor Strange. And that goes for both head sculpts that he comes with. Now, out of the box, the figure comes as you see it now, and the first thing I notice is that the cape is not removable at all. The cloak of levitation, it is molded onto him, which is a little odd because we're so used to having all the capes just be removable, pegged into the back, and that's it. But they went with a molded piece for the cape. Take that as you may, I guess. Some people may want him without it, but I don't mind. I think I would have displayed him with the cloak anyways, so I'm okay with it being molded. But with that being said, it definitely would have been cool to have the option to remove it as well. But at least it stays in place and you don't have to worry about it being like out of place or just overweight and not being able to fit correctly. So I'm fine with it. I think it looks good. And the only thing I would complain about is the paint apps. It's a little bit sloppy, at least on my version. The yellow paint on the red is not clean at all. So definitely wish that was a little bit better. But other than that, it looks good. Alright, so first up we have this amazing head sculpt here with his eyes closed, and pretty much this is great. We've never gotten a head sculpt like this for Doctor Strange before. I really like this. I think they introduced one of these head sculpts with Professor X. So it's kind of like a meditative head sculpt, or like he's about to, use his powers, and I think it looks cool. Definitely will probably utilize this on my Strange figure. So really liking this one. I do hope we get more head sculpts like this in the future with other Marvel Legends. Then we get the head sculpt of Doctor Strange when he joined the Blue Man group. That was a joke. This is just a blue mask that he apparently wore in one of the comic issues that he was in. So definitely won't use it. It's okay. This is clearly the Silver Surfer head sculpt, just painted blue. It's definitely not the way I'm going to display my classic Doctor Strange I've waited so long to get from Marvel Legends. But yeah, it's in here for those comic fans that like that run. I just want to take a photo of a scene with him like that. Then we do get some effects, which are pretty okay. We've seen this before, but I do like the color differences here from orange to yellow, or I guess it's like a lighter orange to a reddish orange. But there you go. And then we get a right grabbing hand and then a left fist. So there's that. On the figure itself, we just get two of those Doctor Strange posing hands here, those sorcerer hands, I like to call it, right there. And then we get this accessory, which is called the Axe of Angarumus, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. But pretty cool. I don't think we've gotten this sculpt before for an accessory, so I'm sure we'll see this quite a bit now that it's freshly introduced here. But you see the sculpt, you see the paint job there. Pretty dope. I like it. Nothing to complain about. I like that they actually painted or shaded the lines and the cracks in the blade, and they didn't just leave it silver or gray without any detail. So the detail was nice. It's even down here. That black shading or that black wash makes all the difference. And then last but not least, we get the Wand of Watum, which is also shaded with some black wash, which again makes all the difference. Love it. That looks great. Any other day they would have just released this in the same marbleized plastic and no shading or no wash, but that wash really makes all the difference. So I'm glad that they did that. And here's a look at him holding the Wand of Watum. Only his right hand, of course, can hold this. Also, this grabby hand is definitely just a bare hand that got painted yellow because you could clearly see the fingernails. And then here he is holding that axe, and after holding the wand, since it's definitely a bigger grip, it does stretch the hand apart and it makes this a little loose to hold this one, but once the hand gets back into place, it'll hold it just fine. And then a quick look of the effects attached to him. Alright, so here's a closer look at our Doctor Strange, and this is the regular head sculpt, of course, and it looks great. No complaints here. I really love the sculpt of the hair. I like the gray white paint for the hair here on the side. But the face sculpt came out very, very good. Here you can see the torso piece, Eye of Agamotto, I believe. And then also, I can really show you guys up close a little bit of sloppiness that we have on the Cloak of Levitation up there as well, and even some of the yellow bleeding onto the red. Definitely could be worse, but it is noticeable, at least for me. As for the torso, you can see here there is a little bit of paint missing in the crevices and cracks of the wrinkles of the shirt, which is, I guess, common, but it is possible to fill that in. I'm sure that varies between figure to figure, so keep an eye out for that, but it's not a big deal there on mine. Now, I believe this torso arms are brand new. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think I've seen this before, but I could be wrong. We get those little polka dots on his forearm. It does not go to the glove, though. It stops there at the wrist. And then we get a very long belt. It goes all the way down to his shins. And then these are the Spider-Man legs, I believe. They're just all black. And that's it. Nothing else going on here. There's the backside again. There's your up-close look. And then here's a quick look at him with his alternate head sculpt attached. And what a nice looking head sculpt. My goodness, this is so good. This is probably the way I'm going to display him for sure. So his head sits on a ball jointed hinge. It pops off if you go all the way back. So looking up without it popping up, maybe like that, you're going to have to utilize that torso so you can look higher. But looking down, and his neck joint is super stiff too, at least on my figure. You look down like that, you see how much force I had to do just to get that peg to go down. But man, that is pretty tight. It's not even all the way up. Alright, so left and right, of course. And get some good head tilting. As for the arms, of course, we're going to get some hindering here from the cloak. That's it. That's as high as it's going to go before it gets halted there. In and out about this far before it gets stopped. And then here's the kicker. Look at this. No bicep swivel. That is very odd to say on a Marvel Legend. I actually don't remember, not counting a female body mold, I don't remember the last, I guess, male body mold that didn't have a bicep swivel. I don't know. Does anybody have one that rings a bell? But we also do get single jointed elbows on this guy. So no bicep swivel, single jointed elbows. They still bend very well. I'm not going to complain. There is a swivel at that elbow. We have a swivel at the wrist with a hinge, but that lack of a bicep swivel kind of bugs me a little bit. Torso has an ab crunch, which is nice. We also do get a waist swivel there, so that's cool. Legs, they don't drop down, but they go forward about this far, and his little skirt piece hinders it as well. So he's actually very hindered. He's got the articulation, it just gets hindered by his costume design. They spread apart this far. We do get the thigh swivel. We get the double jointed knees there. They are pinned. We get the shin guard boot cut swivel, ankle hinge forward and back, and then we get the ankle rocker at the foot, and that is it. Alright, so I do not have the Toy Biz Marvel Legends Doctor Strange, but if I did, it'd look a little something like this next to him. You know, roughly, give or take. And then here he is next to the Mezco 112 Collective Classic Doctor Strange. As you can see, of course, we have soft goods, cloth cloak of levitation, which articulates, so that looks nice. But for a, I guess, $27 figure compared to what is probably over $100 now for the Mezco version, I don't know what he goes for, but Definitely is a nice option to get the Marvel Legends version, considering that it looks very good. But I do gotta say, I really, really do like this Mezco version. And then also Mezco 112 Collective. Here's another. But this was the exclusive version, I think, of the Doctor Strange. So not bad. All right, up next here we have the MCU version. This is from the No Way Home series with, I think it was Armadillo Build-A-Figure. Just recently came out. So very cool. And next to the Marvel Legends What If Doctor Strange, which is one of my favorite Doctor Strange figures. This thing is fantastic. There you go. Alright, and up next we have the 20th anniversary Captain America figure with the beautiful looking unmasked head sculpt. And then we have the 20th anniversary Iron Man figure. And he's tall, man. I didn't realize how tall this figure was, but he definitely is very tall. And then one exclusive next to another. Here is the Walgreens exclusive Quasar figure. So overall, I'll end it with this. It's a great looking Doctor Strange figure. He looks great. Classic, comic book, nostalgia, all of that hits me really well. Love the head sculpts. Beautiful head sculpts, especially the eyes closed. And some good accessories. Very cool, but he is very limited. And I don't know how to feel about it. Should I be upset? Should I be okay with it? It is the design of the suit. I don't know how else we could get around that. Really don't know, but I can't really dynamically pose him, I guess. I try to do a little dynamic like pose here with the legs, and the legs aren't that great looking, to be honest, but I guess it gets the job done since the frame is more of the upper body there. So it does look good overall, but again, the arms aren't going to go high. The biceps don't swivel. We get single jointed elbows, which are okay. They don't hinder too much, and then the legs are really hindered. So I don't know. It just depends on what you're trying to accomplish in terms of a pose. But overall, the figure is nice. I'm not going to say that it is not, because it truly is. And also, the cloak is not removable. So all I'm saying is that some people may not like it, and some people might, just like everything else in this world. So you definitely got to check it out for yourself and see if this figure's for you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed already. And let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. As always, everyone, take care, take it easy, and I'll catch you on the next one.